Let's have real talk for a second. Last week I had a little bit of a breakdown. As you know, I was gone for an extended period of time for family reasons and other reasons. And along with that, I wasn't doing as much work as I normally do. So the consequence of that is I didn't make as much money. So let's be honest, with freelance, you don't get a constant paycheck. And this is the first time I actually kind of felt the wrath of that. And it's real. When you're not getting paid, I tend to overreact. I know there's money coming in, it's just not now. But I also start to question my abilities, what I'm doing, is this the right choice? Should I go get a real job? All of these things start to kind of bubble up, and it really causes me to shut down and not be able to do the good work that I'm supposed to be doing. It was kind of a hard week. I sat right here and I had to figure out what I'm doing, and that looked like, well, it was pretty pathetic actually. It was a tough day. So what I did do is I picked myself up by the bootstraps, and if you've noticed, I uploaded 2 videos prior to this one that are a little bit odd. They are some tutorials on Illustrator specifically, and more specifically on patterns. Now, why did I do that? Because that doesn't really seem in the wheelhouse of what I normally talk about. Well, I have some exciting news. I have opened a Creative Market shop. So I was at Creative South a couple weeks ago, and I took a workshop on passive income for designers. And as I noticed last week, that's really important because sometimes your work doesn't come through, or somebody doesn't pay an invoice, or you are just not on your regular routine. It's really important to have some passive income. So I took this workshop, and they encouraged us to, one way to do that is start a Creative Market shop. So I uploaded some patterns that I hand drew, put into Illustrator, vectorized them, and now they're up for sale. So my goal is to really kind of dig into this Creative Market shop and make it be another source of income for me other than just my client work. So a lot of things happened last week. I think we all go through these like ups and downs creatively, and then when you get under stress, whether it be financial or deadlines or teamwork or whatever, it's a lot harder to kind of stay in this mindset of doing really good creative work. So that definitely happened to me last week. One thing that helped me is if you guys haven't heard of it, there's a podcast called The Honest Designers. I'll put the link down below, but it's very helpful for me, and it's actually pretty in line with this whole series I've been doing on YouTube, because it's several designers and they talk about real world things like what happens when you have creative block. And that happened to be last week's episode, which was really helpful for me. So it's, you know, instead of just sitting at your desk and banging your head against the wall, it's get up and go for a walk and get some fresh ideas in your arsenal. Try something totally new that you've never done before, and maybe that's going to give you a new idea, or start sending out emails. And quite frankly, I did all of those. So I started a Creative Market shop, I did go for a walk, and you know, it's reconnecting with all your clients and seeing what's going on in their world and if you potentially are needed. Have you guys had anything like this happen to you? I'd love to know so that I don't feel like I'm the only one. I know it's pretty common, but this is my first time hitting the wall of, oh crap, and that's a freelance thing. The other thing that came to my realization is it's been almost 1 year since I quit my job and I've been doing this. And this is the first time that that's happened, and I feel pretty proud of that. I started a Creative Market shop, and I'm hoping to start teaching more workshops and start figuring out ways that I can create more passive income, so it's not just dollars for time, because that's not going to be sustainable in the long run, and I'm not going to be able to really get ahead. Let me know if you guys have questions on what that looks like. We can get into client pricing, all of that. I'm happy to talk about that with you. That's it for this week's Designing the Work. Hang in there. I'm doing my best to do the same, and as always, let's just continue to create a community of people that are supporting each other going through this. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys soon.